Right, a few folk have asked me about questions like this before, so I thought I would do a wee video explanation. This is the kind of question in chemistry where you have a chemical equation and you've been given information about one substance and you've been asked for information about another substance. So in this particular question, you've been told that you've got 50 cubic centimeters of potassium hydroxide, which is this thing here. And you've been told that that was required to neutralise 25 cubic centimetres of sulfuric acid, which is this thing here. And you've been told the concentration of the sulfuric acid as well. And you've been asked to calculate the concentration of the potassium hydroxide, which is this thing here. Various chemists will do this in various ways. My good friend Miss Adams over in Trinent has two videos up, one using triangles with formulae and one using the NCV method. My preferred method is a very similar one to the formula triangles. So I'm going to show you how I do it. As I say, different people do this different ways. The first thing I like to do is to write down the chemical equation. So we've got 2 moles of potassium hydroxide reacting with 1 mole of sulfuric acid to give you 1 mole of potassium sulfate and 1 mole of water. And this is a question about concentrations. So I know that I'm going to be using the formula number of moles equals concentration times volume. If you're into the triangles thing, then this is what the triangle looks like. That's it there. I may have to use this in different formats, so I might have to use that in the form where I'm calculating concentration. So that would be concentration equals number of moles over volume. That's changing the volume to this side. And I may even, on the very odd occasion, have to use it in its volume format. So that would be volume is equal to number of moles over concentration. You can get each of these using the triangles, or if you do the changing the subject of the formula thing in maths, then you would know these three things here. Now, the way I like to set this out is I like to have a line for each of these. So I like to have a line for number of moles, I like to have a line for concentration, and I like to have a line for volume. And the next thing that I like to do is to go through the question and put in any information that I know. So first of all, I know that I've got 50 cubic centimetres of potassium hydroxide. That is a volume. I know it's a volume because it has a volume unit on it. That's the cubic centimetres there. So I'm going to write 50 on the volume line under the potassium hydroxide, and just to keep it nice, I'm going to stick in the units as well. I also know that I've got 25 cubic centimetres of sulfuric acid. That is also a volume. I know it's a volume because it's got a volume unit on it. So that is 25 cubic centimetres of sulfuric acid, which is this thing here. And again, that's on the volume line. Now, before I do anything else, I know fine from doing loads of these questions in the past that one of the things I have to do is to convert my volumes into litres. There are 1,000 cubic centimetres in 1 litre. So therefore, to get from cubic centimetres to litres, you have to divide by 1,000. So I'm going to do exactly that. If you do 50 divided by 1,000, you will get 0.05 litres. And if you do 25 divided by 1,000, you will get 0.025 litres as well. Now, let's go back to the question, put in the rest of the information. I've been told that we have a concentration of sulfuric acid of 2 moles per litre, so that's going there. And we have also been asked to calculate the concentration of the potassium hydroxide, this thing here. So what I'm going to do is put a wee question mark under the concentration, along the concentration on the potassium hydroxide, because that's what we're trying to get to. Now, the rules are, if you have 2 things in a column, you can get the third thing. And you can only go sideways when you've got number of moles. That is the rules in chemistry. And if you don't know what moles are, I'll just show you something that will clarify that. So I hope that helps. I know that I have got a volume and a concentration for the sulfuric acid, so therefore I can calculate the number of moles. I can do that using this formula here. So I'm going to go number of moles equals concentration times volume, and that is equal to 2 times 0.025. You can use a calculator if you like, but if your mental maths is up for it, then you can say that that answer is 0.05 moles, 0.050 if you really want. There we go, 0.05 0. So I'm now putting that into my wee grid here. So the number of moles sulfuric acid is 0.050. Now, I now have number of moles. So as I said earlier, I'm allowed to go sideways. I can only go sideways according to the balancing numbers. There's an invisible balancing number of 1 on the sulfuric acid here, and there's a balancing number which we can see on the potassium hydroxide, which is 2. So this is a 1 to 2 ratio going from the sulfuric acid to the potassium hydroxide, which is exactly what we want to do. So to get from 1 to 2 by multiplying or dividing, what do? You times 1 by 2. So therefore you're doing the same thing to your number of moles. You're taking this number here, 0.050, and you're going to multiply that by 2 in order to get yourself over to the number of moles of potassium hydroxide. This is like the key step in this process. This is the one that everyone forgets. If you do that, again, you can use a calculator if you like, or if your mental maths is up for it, you'll go do 2 times 0.05 and you will get 0.1. So your number of moles of potassium hydroxide here is 0.1. Now I can finish the calculation. I have two things in a column. I've got number of moles, I've got volume, so I can get the third, which is the concentration of potassium hydroxide here, what I was asked to calculate in the first place. So therefore, I'm going concentration is equal to number of moles over volume, N over V. That is equal to 0.1 divided by 0.05. And I could probably do this in my head, but just to kind of prove that you are allowed to use a calculator for these kind of questions, 0.1, move that into the screen, do that again, 0.1 divided by 0.05, and the answer I'm getting is 2. So as it happens, on this particular question, the concentrations of the two substances turn out to be the same. That won't always be the case, but it just happens to be the case for this particular question. My units are moles per litre. The standard way of writing that in chemistry is MOL for moles, L for litre to the -1. The -1 just means per litre. And I would always double underline my answer or put a circle around it or something like that just to make it clear to the marker where my answer actually is. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed my wee demo. All about chemistry. Won't you show me everything you've learned?